this is What Effie Reads. So this video is kind of going to be very loosely put together. It isn't something that I actually kind of planned on doing, but I've just got such a desire to read graphic novels and manga that I figured, why not group them together? So, as you may or may not be aware, I work nights, so on a Monday night I try to stay up all through the night and then go to bed like on Tuesday morning. So I'll wake up normal time on Monday but not go to bed until maybe like 7, 8, 9 o'clock on a Tuesday, depends how I'm feeling. And at the moment I'm not sure if I'm like feeling slumpy with regards to my reading, or if it's just that the books I'm picking up aren't quite what I'm in the mood for. I still have like 6 books on my TBR and I'm kind of feeling them, but it's not feeling like quite the right time for them. So I'm thinking what I'd like to do is read just a whole bunch of graphic novels tonight, possibly some manga thrown in. And since it is June, which is Pride Month, I figure I will try and get through some of my queer graphic novels. So the first 5 titles I know are queer, but the last one I think is queer. The blurb makes you think it will be, but I can't guarantee that that one is going to be queer. My rough plan for this video is that it's going to be kind of vloggy, but also some thoughts on some queer graphic novels. So the first 4 go nicely together, and we have Heartstopper volumes 1 to 4. I've already read volume 1 and really enjoyed. It was a book that I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be my thing, but I did. And then I read it, absolutely adored it, and had to get the other 3 volumes that are out now so that I could read it all. So I'd like to reread volume 1 before I read the other 3 volumes, but I'm expecting it to be quite quick to get through these 4 volumes. I don't know how quick, but fairly quick. The next book that I've got is the June pick for the Queer Picture Book Club, which is the queer graphic novel book club, as the name would suggest, run by Spoops. And it is Stone Fruit by, I want to say Lay. I will try and look up how that's pronounced for further on in this video. But it looks like it's going to be fun, and it is a book that I need to read this month anyway. So all the better to read it now. And then the final one is the one that I'm not 100% sure if it is queer, but the blurb makes it sound like it is going to be queer, and also it sounds like it's going to be really cute. The artwork looks gorgeous. Basically, it's a book I'm really excited to read, and it is On a Sunbeam by Tillie Walden. So I'll check back in later. Possibly it'll be after I've finished my reread of Heartstopper Volume 1, and I'll give you some thoughts then. So I've finished my reread of Heartstopper Volume 1, It's Beauty, and it was exactly as sweet as I remembered. It's just a lovely story It's super quick to read. I'm glad that I did reread it now, because I didn't remember where the story left off, so now I'll know where I am when I start volume 2, which I'm about to start now. I've now finished Heartstopper volume 2, and it was every bit as cute as volume 1, and I think I might have enjoyed it even more than the first volume. It was just so sweet, and the relationship between Nick and Charlie is amazing, and you're introduced to even more characters with great rap, and it had me smiling throughout and having a few little happy tears at times, so I'm excited to see what volume 3 is like. I've now finished volume 3 of Heartstopper, and again I just really enjoyed it. It was sweet, but I also really appreciated that it dealt with heavier things like mental health and how Charlie really felt when he was outed. I think it's also really refreshing to see a stable couple like after they've gotten together. I feel like we don't see enough of established relationships in books, or at least I haven't seen enough of that. Often feels like the story ends with them getting together and you don't see all the different peaks and troughs of a relationship. I'm quite sad that I've only got volume 4 left to read, but I'm sure I'll enjoy it just as much. I've now finished Heartstopper volume 4, which means that I am completely up to date with the Heartstopper series, and I'm kind of devastated that there's one more volume and it's not out yet, because I just want more from this story really. I know that they appear in some of Oseman's other works, but I kind of want to finish out the Heartstopper series before I move on to stories where they otherwise appear, because I know this is kind of like a prequel, and I think like you lose some of the impact with prequels if you, I don't know what I'm trying to say, just that I kind of want to wait until I've read volume 5 before moving on to the other stuff. But I really appreciate it. It's got just like beautiful mental health rap, and the romance was on point still. So I'm just so happy to own all of these, and I'm sure I'm going to reread them time and time again. It's now coming up for about 6:15 in the morning, so I could start another graphic novel, but I think I'm actually going to turn into bed, and hopefully if I wake up a little bit earlier today, I can read those last 2 graphic novels that I'd planned to read. So I guess I'll see you in maybe 8 or so hours. I don't know. I have now finished Stone Fruit. I feel like it's one of those books that I need to reread to get the full understanding out of, but I did really enjoy it. it had some great themes about kind of acceptance and not being totally codependent, and the artwork was really interesting. I loved how the use of colour kind of reflected a frame of mind. And honestly, I'm just in a really graphic novel mood at the moment. I've got work in a couple of hours, but I think I'm gonna start on a Sunbeam and actually finish out all 6 of these books because I'm just enjoying reading all these graphic novels, and I hope that on a Sunbeam is as queer as I think it is. So this ended up turning into more of a 3-day vlog than an overnight vlog, but I was just so enjoying the queer graphic novels that I was reading that I just felt like continuing it a bit longer. I've now finished On a Sunbeam and it very definitely is queer. In fact, I don't think there's any het relationships in it at all. So yeah, very, very queer, very cute. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous. It's got great themes of found family. It's got a badass non-binary character. It was just such an enjoyable read. I will say it did take me a wee minute to get into it, but once I did, I was just flicking the pages constantly, absolutely engrossed with it. So I've managed to read all 6 of the graphic novels that I set out to read. Well, on Tuesday, it's now Thursday, but whatever. I think that Stone Fruit by Lili was probably the only one that I didn't absolutely adore. I didn't dislike it at all. I just found it a little bit difficult to follow at times. I wasn't quite sure why the art was the way it was in places. But at the same time, I did like that it wasn't a relationship with smooth sailing. And I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for more queer graphic novels because I've just enjoyed these so much this week. I know that Spoops has done a recommendation video on exactly that. I will pop it up in the cards because it's a video I want to watch, so definitely I'm sure other people will want to watch as well. Let me know if you've read any of these, and please feel free to drop any queer graphic novel recommendations in the comments down below. And until next time, bye!